The U.S. geographical disposition, which broadly encompasses the Middle East, Southwest Asia, parts of Central and South Asia, and North Africa as being especially ideal for achieving this goal, as the region's hot, sandy, salty, and windy climate will push technologies in ways that testing in more controlled and less harsh environments may not. However, taking testing out of DoD labs and moving it into places where the military can more quickly understand whether or not a capability is going to be useful in real-world conditions could eventually span SANTISON's area of responsibility, or AOR. We're really focused on technology experimentation and what that can look like to create sustained capability, said Moore. And we believe that a combatant command is the right place for that because it is so critical to get these technologies into the hands of the person that uses it in the place that they will use it, and against the threats that it will actually face. And the commercial sector knows this. In short, Moore envisions a defense technology development ecosystem where operational friction points have been smoothed out well before the capability is fielded. Various military exercises will be key in realizing this, giving both the command and operators the chance to push the technology in a field representative environment, so that it can later be evolved based on findings gathered during these activities. In my previous experience at Task Force 59, we had this wonderful piece of kit. We were really excited to get it off the pier, Moore said. We talked to the engineers. They hadn't put it out into the field yet, and right before we were about to go, the director of operations turned to the engineers and said, "This is waterproof, right?" And the engineering team was silent. And that is okay when we're doing an exercise in a bounded circumstance, but that is not okay if we're in the middle of a firefight. The Digital Horizons series, which the latest iteration of is now ongoing after kicking off in November, is one such exercise SANTISON is using to anchor these efforts, as described by Moore. The 3-week event is being held in Bahrain and led by the Navy's Task Force 59, with which Moore previously worked as Chief Strategy Officer, and seeks to better understand the ways that unmanned and uncrewed systems can be integrated with the command. This is largely the mission of Task Force 59, which was first stood up last year with a heavy focus on exploring ways to improve the U.S. military's situational awareness in the region using unmanned and autonomous technologies, namely in regard to adversarial Iranian activities. Scarlet Dragon Oasis is another exercise expected to inform SANTISON's efforts. Currently scheduled for January, the exercise will use artificial intelligence to form a common operating picture for the joint forces to carry out simulated strikes. In addition to the Navy's Task Force 59, SANTISON will be leveraging the Army's Task Force 39 and the Air Force's Task Force 99, which was recently activated this October. Each unit was established inside SANTISON with a general focus on tech experimentation and innovation, but within their respective services. Moore is confident that these are the people who know the problems the military is facing best and could therefore be pivotal in developing the right solutions to address them. Army Sergeant Mickey Reeve, who is deployed to Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, but is currently on a media tour with Moore, is one of the soldiers who used his unique perspective on operations in the region to develop a tool for SANTISON that could change the way the command addresses the ever-increasing drone threat. This October, Reeve won the inaugural Innovation Oasis competition, a contest intended to foster technological innovation within the DoD for his entry, which he has dubbed the Interim Platform Agnostic Counter-UAS Training Tool, or MPACT. SANTISON has described MPACT as a Counter-Unmanned Aerial System, or CUAS training software that simulates every CUAS system in the U.S. military inventory and involves scenarios for any location on the globe and any UAS system available. Moore said Reeve wrote the code for this software in his spare time while part of the CUAS team in Saudi Arabia, as a way to bridge the numerous proprietary and independent CUAS systems to provide a common operating picture for training. Task Force 39 will be involved in a range of CUAS-specific efforts as SANTISON's experimental ambitions continue to come to fruition. One such initiative is the Red Sands Integrated Experimentation Center, an organization that SANTISON announced this September it would be establishing. The program's first exercise is slated for next year, a timeline that would line up with when Moore expects MPHD to be ready for use. All told, CNTCO's desires to iterate and experiment in the CUAS arena underscore a broader shift in ethos within the DoD that has been growing in recent years when it comes to defending against drones. Moore cited the Middle East and Ukraine as being particularly informative cases in this regard. Both regions have demonstrated how drone threats are rapidly evolving in both volume and diversity, which makes for massive data returns on CUAS systems that are challenging for a single human to sift through and make sense of. I think it highlights the importance of conducting experimentation against a live threat as much as you can, because you can only simulate so far, Moore said. The shape and size and speed of what is coming at folks like Sergeant Reeve out in Saudi Arabia, but also in Ukraine, is something that needs to be experienced live. The friction points are something that you need to understand and navigate in the field. This is why Reeve's platform-agnostic MPAC tool is expected to be so advantageous. Moore said that the software can be tailored to reflect a drone's size, speed, and even payload. The fact that folks outside of the AOR couldn't quite come up with that solution, but he could, is such clear evidence that the people closest to the problem should be closely involved in the solution building, Moore said. Reeve was awarded the Defense Meritorious Service Medal, a 4-day recreational pass, and the chance to attend the military school of his choice as compensation for developing MPHD. Considering that a commercial company would have likely been paid handsomely by the DoD for this tool, Moore said that CNTCOM is going to keep exploring the incentive structure for Innovation Oasis, understanding that competitors may want to monetize their creations in the future. We will continue to do that with every idea that comes out of future Innovation Oasis, and make sure that first and foremost folks know what their rights are and what their options are, and then we can proceed from there, Moore said. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.